to the 10 by 10, get ready for a show. Howdy folks, welcome to the June 2021 edition of the 10 by 10 Variety Night. It's brought to you by the Main Theater in Old Town Newhall, California. Still coming at you the first Thursday of every month, and in these times of social distancing, still virtual. I'm Squeezebox Sam, one member of the music-making outfit Grit, and Grit has been the 2021 season 10 by 10 house band, and we thank you for having us out. Ordinarily, we manifest as a quartet about now and make some music for you, but it's been a little hard to get the whole band together lately, so decided to try out a different kind of band. We're going to play a traditional tune for you tonight about the quintessential American spirit. You fellas ready?
Ready. Ready when you are, CB. I mean, Squeezy. Jack of diamonds, I know you of old. You robbed my poor pockets of silver and gold. It's a whiskey, you villain, you've been my downfall. You kicked me, you cuffed me, but I love you for all. It's a whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. If I don't get rye whiskey, I believe I will die. Beefsteak when I'm hungry, red liquor when I'm dry, greenbacks when I'm hard up, and heaven when I die. They say I drink whiskey, well my money's my own. All them that don't like me can leave me alone. Rye whiskey, I cry. If a tree don't fall on me, well, I'll live till I die. I'll drink my own whiskey and I'll feel fine. Some 10,000 bottles I've killed in my time. I'll buy my own whiskey, I'll make my own stew. If I get drunk, madam, well, it's nothing to you. Rye whiskey, I cry. If the hard times don't kill me, well, I'll lay down and die. If the ocean was whiskey and I was a duck, I'd swim to the bottom and well, I never come up. But the ocean ain't whiskey, and I'm not a duck. I just finished the song so I can get drunk. Rye whiskey, I cry. If I don't have rye whiskey, I think I will die. Way up on Old Mountain, I wander and roam. I'm as drunk as the devil, oh, let me alone. You may boast of your knowledge and brag of your sense. 'Twill all be forgotten 100 years hence. Rye whiskey, I cry. If them hard times don't kill me, well, I'll lay down and die. Rye whiskey, I cry. If a tree don't fall on me, well, I'll live till I die. Rye whiskey, I cry. If I
Before we move on with the show, little squeezebox trivia. What about rye whiskey? As mentioned before, it is the quintessential American spirit. All you hear about from the history books is rye whiskey. And that's due to the fact that rye grew better than barley in colonies like Pennsylvania and Maryland. Well, seems that just before Prohibition and just after, the U.S. government subsidized corn. And so this was during the two world wars, and distillers ran for the money because it was easier to distill corn into spirits than it was the more difficult and expensive process of rye. Didn't recover, disappeared for nearly the whole 20th century. Then it made a comeback in the cocktail culture of the late 20th and early 21st century, and that's a good thing. Welcome to the 10 by 10. Get ready for the first act.
Once was a time when I was beautiful. Something to look at, talk about cool. Well, I don't feel so beautiful today. Was the time I was all the rage. A gold boy in my golden age. Well, the shine seems to have faded away. I want to grow up without getting old. Buy back some of the things I sold. Take back some days that I gave away. 'Cause I don't feel so beautiful today. Never had a time when I knew all the answers. But I asked a few questions, took a few chances. Ready for a couple of answers to come my way. When I need hope, I believe in heaven. Believe in hell when I think of revenge. Guess we've all got some kind of retributions coming our way. I wanna grow up without getting old. Buy back some of the things I sold. Take back some days that I gave away. 'Cause I don't feel so beautiful today. I wanna grow up without getting old. Give back some of the things I stole. Take back some days that I gave away. 'Cause I don't feel so beautiful today. But it looks like you still love me anyway. All right, don't forget the moon tonight. Remember all those things you've got to do today. Take care of those chores, both big and small. There's nothing you can do to make all the problems go away. Just do the best, it's better than nothing at all. Discover something that had gone unseen by you. Just look down, look around, you might be surprised. Or see the same thing we've all seen from a brand new point of view. Tell me what you find and I'll open my eyes. It's cold outside, the clouds have gone, the stars are coming out. We all share that room up there. The time to go might be right now. Hold on to just one thing that could be considered victory. Something that was wrong and you made right. 'Cause at the end of the day you've made another piece of your history. And the sun has got tomorrow in its sights. wanted for me was to be happy and free. Sometimes I took my freedom too far. All I ever wanted from you was to believe the words I said were true, even when I torn the truth apart. You chose to always see my better side. Opened up those doors to the world, opened them wide. When I walked on through, I never walked away from you. You're still along for the ride. I often made it hard. I'd stumble and I'd fall it hard. You'd set us up and I'd let us down. Tell me you've been there too. I wouldn't have known, but it was true. Made it much less lonesome on the ground. Chose to always see my better side. Opened up those doors to the world, opened them wide. And when I walked on through, I never walked away from you. You're still along for the ride. Open roads with the wind against us, going so slow in that 69 bus. Stuck together, lightning tether, the whole damn country was ours. All you ever wanted for me was to be happy and free. But sometimes I took my freedom too far. All I ever wanted from you was to believe the words I said were true, even when I tore the truth apart. Chose to always see my better side. Opened up those doors to the world, opened them wide. And when I walked on through, never walked away from you. You're still along for the ride. Still along for the ride. Always by my side.
So, all right, continuing on with the show. This next comic was just recently on Stephen Colbert's show, which is very, very cool. And she has a series coming out on Netflix soon. Give it up for Mary Gallagher, everybody. Mary Gallagher.
You guys, thank you. Keep it going for Courtney Cronin, everybody. She makes peeing on sticks look good. Thank you so much. I'm Mary Gallagher. A little bit about me. I am a mom. So at the end of my set, there may be some sort of snack or overall good feeling. We'll see how you do and who listens. Okay? You guys are winning. You're doing good. Also, a little more about me. I am in a long-term relationship with Citibank Visa. They are very committed to me, call me all the time. I finally had to tell them, guys, I am seeing other credit cards. Many of them. I actually talked to a financial advisor today. I know that sounds like a setup, and it is, but I did talk to a financial advisor today. He started telling me about chapter 11. I was like, I have not read the first 10 chapters. Slow down. Do you guys know it costs like $5,000 to declare bankruptcy? And they don't take credit cards. I hope my hair looks okay. I started out with the flat iron, then I moved to the curling iron, then I hit myself in the head with a 9-iron. Because I was done. Ladies, back me up on this. We say we're getting our hair done, but we're never really getting it done, right? We're getting it intermittently changed. You can catch any woman walking right out of a salon and say something like, hey, your hair looks great. And you'll get, thank you. I'm actually growing this part out. Next week I'm having this highlighted. And back here, we're waiting on a piece from Spain. Right? I'm going with this shirt tonight, wasn't quite sure. I have a lot of anxiety about clothing and putting together outfits. Because when I was a kid, my parents never bought me any new clothes. My mom would just say, why not take something out of my closet? So I'd show up to 5th grade in a 45-year-old women's business suit. The kids were like, we got a sub. I was the only 5th grader who could buy teenagers beer. Did you guys see that guy in the parking lot? He had a t-shirt on that said, you wouldn't like me when I'm hungry. Is he here? Okay, because I was going to tell him, I don't like you when you're full. A lot of the t-shirts, the graphic t-shirts have so many words on them, don't they? And you know, people walk away. I'm a slow reader. I'm like, wait, what don't you like about Mondays? You just want to drink wine and do what? On a Monday. Okay. So I work as an actor. I get cast a lot as the girl next door type. This one guy is like, you are so girl next door. You're such the girl next door. I'm like, Chuck, I'm your neighbor. When you mow the lawn on Sunday, can you please put on a shirt? Or a bra? I am from Wisconsin, but I had to leave because I'm lactose intolerant. My friends, they love to come out to visit me. I live in Hollywood. First of all, they're like, dude, you live in Hollywood. But people in Los Angeles are like, you live in Hollywood? That's a terrible idea. Why would you do that? So they love to come out. I always say, what do you guys want to do when you get out here? It's always the same answer. Oh, we don't want to be a bother. We just want to do what you do. Then we are all going to want to sit on the sofa in my underwear. But you can't do that. People come out to Hollywood. They want to see where the movies are being made, right? I don't know where to take them. I don't know. So I just make stuff up. I'll say, let's see. Well, coming up on our left is 7-Eleven. You may remember that from a little movie called The Hunger Games. Right? And then they want to see a celebrity. Everybody wants to see a celebrity. I don't know any celebrities, so I do the fake celebrity sighting. I'll say, oh, look, see that guy? Yeah, right over there. That is Robert De Niro. Yeah, well, no, I know it looks like a homeless man. He is very method. He's working on a new film, The Homeless Man. And speaking of meth, you see this woman lying face down on the ground here? Yes, now this is Lindsay Lohan. Yes. Yeah, it really is Lindsay Lohan, too. You picked the perfect day for this tour. Okay, so true story. Both of my parents are former United States Marines. It's pretty good, right? Thank you. Thank you. My parents loved this country, just none of the people in it. You know? When I talk about them, people think I probably had a pretty strict upbringing, but I didn't. You know, I stood guard duty all night just like any of you did. But my parents met in the military. How does the story go? She gave him a spit shine, he bounced a quarter off. I don't really like knowing the details. Kind of awkward. Yeah, my parents believe in a lot of things. My career in comedy is not one of them. My mom's pretty strict, though, with cleaning. She used to make me clean the bathroom floor with a toothbrush. So I used hers. And my dad, when I was in the hospital having my daughter, I told my father that we were naming her Mia, M-I-A. He just kind of shuddered and walked away. With our dog, P-O-W. Recently, my mom admitted to me growing up I was not her favorite. That's always hard, isn't it? Especially if you're an only child. I have just the one child because of that law in China. And I'd like to, if I have another child one day, I think I'm going to adopt because I really want to make a difference, you know? My daughter says, why not try making dinner? That'll make a difference. When she was born, the doctor said to have a lot of skin-to-skin contact. He said that that would build confidence, and I don't know about that. I had a lot of skin-to-skin contact. In college, my confidence was at an all-time low. I show my daughter Sesame Street, love Sesame Street so much. I grew up on Sesame Street. I think that Sesame Street should continue the education. You know, I think there should be shows made by them right into adulthood. And it would be on late at night when you drunks come home from the bar. You turn it on, it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 step program. Brought to you by the letters D, U, and I. But my daughter and I, we have so much fun together. We do whoa, okay, that's is that my daughter calling? She's like, Mom, stop it with the jokes. I'm just a child. Is a flood warning. Okay, so we should all go, right? No? Okay, we'll stick it out. Okay, we'll stick it out. We do a lot of play acting together, her and I. Like, we'll put on a whole production of Cinderella, and I'll have her mop all the floors while I try on shoes. And then we play that game Frozen. That's where I have her make me a margarita. And I'm also working on a production of Sleeping Beauty with her. That's where I'm going to take an Ambien. It's a summer show, though, non-equity. Summer show. She's 13. When we're together, a lot of people say that we look like sisters, and that's such a compliment to me, but that's kind of a slam to her. Especially because they think she's the older one. So even though she's only 13, I'm already preparing her for college. Like, whenever I get sick, I have her hold my hair back. You know, in case she wants to join a sorority. I don't know if I can afford to send my daughter to college, but I do know that McKenna, her American Girl doll, is going. Yeah. McKenna just got accepted to Dartmouth. Yeah, and McKenna, her doll, says she wants to run for president. I was going to tell her, hey, look, you're not real, you don't have a soul, you can't run for president. Now I think she might win. Do you guys know the American Girl doll stores? You do? Okay, so if you've been inside, you know this is true. You guys, inside the store, they have a hospital for the dolls. So if anything happens to your doll, you take it there, check it in. 5 days later, you get your doll back brand new. America does not have health care, but American Girl doll does. My family's trying to get on McKenna's plan, which is so much better than the current plan we're on now over at Build-A-Bear. Yeah, Stephanie's on that plan. Yeah. I feel like doctors are always hitting on me. Do you guys feel that way? Like doctors are always hitting on me? I'm gonna give you an example. I'm lying there naked on the table in the room, just waiting for the optometrist to come in. I felt so vulnerable. I don't think I should have to say to my optometrist, hey buddy, my eyes are up here. I won't even tell you about the glaucoma test. No, okay. Oh no. So, are you celebrating something this evening? Yes. You are? Yeah. Oh, happy birthday. She is a lot of fun. Yeah. I'd like to be married to her. I feel like relationships were so much easier, you guys, when we were younger. You know? I don't know about you, but like, do you guys remember in 5th grade, if you liked someone and they liked you back, that was called going together? Do you remember this? We were going together. Where were we going? We didn't have any cars. Well, when I was in 5th grade, Bucky McGinn came up to me and he asked me to go with him. And I said yes. That was it. I never ever heard from him again. As far as I'm concerned, we are still going together. Somebody should tell his wife and kids. I'm Mary Gallagher. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you for coming out.
Mary Gallagher!
Oh, wow, you're here?
Is it showtime already? Hi, I'm Alan. I'm a mentalist. I'm Jewish, and I'm from Kentucky. That's right, I'm the only one from Kentucky who can read people's minds. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight, and we're going to do something different tonight. I'm not actually going to read your mind, but I may influence your mind. And all the things that we're going to do together tonight are going to happen to you in your own home, including an amazing teleportation as we work together tonight to connect through the internet. All right. You ready to get started? Let's get started. All right. We are going to try to connect. Are you ready? Let's have some fun together. This is going to happen to you where you are. You, your free will, and the simple use of your fingers. Just the fingers on your right hand. It's very simple. Like you'd hold up your right hand up in front of your face so that your fingers are pointing straight up and your palm is facing you. Simply listen and follow along. I could ask you to think of one finger and then I could guess which one, but that'd be like 1 chance in 5. But we'll make it more interesting. I'm going to do this 4 times, eliminating 1 finger each time, and hopefully we'll be right all 4 times, and the chances of that are about 1 in 120. To be successful, we'll have to work together. Remember, I'm only doing this for you, so if you are with someone else, you can each play with me and see what everybody else did later. So let's try it. With your left hand, point to your little finger. You'll start on this finger, and in a moment, I'm going to ask you to make 5 moves. A move means you're going to move right or left to the finger next to the one you're on right now. You can only move 1 finger at a time, but you can move back and forth, left and right. Don't skip any fingers. So you can move like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should remember that even though we have a different name for it, the thumb is one of your fingers. So you can move on or off your thumb. Okay, do that with me now. We're going to make 5 moves starting on your little finger and make the 1 move. Now the 2nd, a 3rd, a 4th, and a 5th. Go ahead, stop wherever you're right there. Keep your left finger there. Okay? Of course, since you moved in your own way, we've chosen different fingers than someone else might. But I can tell you that I have a feeling that you didn't end up back on your little finger. So fold that little finger down, we'll stop using it. I also have a feeling that you didn't end up back on your thumb, so I want you to fold that in against your palm like that. Let's stop using the little finger and the thumb, and we'll confine our moves to just these 3 remaining fingers. I need you to now move once, just once, to a finger next to the one you've selected. Have you done that? Good. Ooh, I think that you did not end up on the ring finger. That's the one next to the little finger. So fold that in too. That leaves you these 2 fingers. Peace, my friends. And you're pointing to one of them. So now we'll only use these 2 fingers. And I want you to make 1 last move. Wherever you are, move to the other finger. Do that now. Excellent. I think that you used your free will and you have now eliminated your 2nd finger. You stopped on your 1st finger, your index finger, because this represents number 1. And to me, you are number 1. You are the most important because you make this whole show possible. I'm reaching through this screen to you. You working with me is what makes all of this possible. All right, let's go. Oh my gosh. I think I accidentally put you guys in my head. Well, that's okay. It'll work out fine for this. We're gonna have you do your own magical teleportation in your own home. So you're gonna follow along with me. But first, you're gonna need something to teleport. Let's work with something you possibly have in your own home, a deck of cards. If you don't have that, you could use a big stack of napkins or even a bunch of business cards. That's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna actually use the business cards. And you're gonna need a lucky item some small personal item that you can place on top of the stack of whatever you're going to use. So I'm going to give you a moment to go and get a pack of cards, some business cards, or a stack of napkins. One of those and one personal object. I'll wait for you here. Go ahead, get it. Just pause the video. Okay, I'm gonna assume you're back now. All right, like I said, I'm gonna actually work with these cards and my lucky coin. So go ahead and take one of your cards and put it there, just one. And take your lucky coin, or whatever you've got, and put it on top of that solo card. You've already got the top, the most important part of your pyramid of teleportation. So get a pair of your cards and go ahead and put them to the bottom right. Take another pair and put them to the bottom left. You've already got a little magical pyramid, see? So go ahead and take another pair, put those to the bottom right. Take another pair, put those in the bottom center, and take another pair and put those on the bottom left. If you've got any cards left over, you can just put those to the side. We are not going to need those. So we're going to disassemble our magical pyramid, and I'll show you what I mean. We're going to split up these pairs. The pairs are going to go on either side. Just follow along with me. Put them on either side like that. Take your other pair, put them aside. Put your other pair to the sides like that. Put your other pair to the sides like that, and put your last pair to the sides like that. I hope you're caught up with me. Actually, now it's time for you to make a choice. You're going to pick up your personal item, mine's a coin, and place it on one of the sides. In my case, I'm going to go with the left today. And then you're going to take your solo card, the top of your pyramid, and you're going to put it inside the pile, the same pile where you put your lucky coin or your lucky item. Now here's where you do the teleportation. You're going to take your lucky coin or your lucky item and move it slowly and magically and mystically to the other pile. The teleportation has happened. I'll show you what I mean. Look, let's look at these. We'll take out the pairs. That's one pair. That's a second pair. And that's another pair. What happened to the solo card? That's crazy. Wait a second. There's only one place it could go. That's in the pile with your lucky personal item. Let's take a look. You've got a pair here, and just one solo card here. Oh my gosh. Well, that's a teleportation that has happened in your own home. Let's transport you back outside of me, okay? Whoa. I'd like to share one last thought with you before we part today. It uses something else that looks like a magical, mystical pyramid. This is just two pieces of cardboard that are exactly the same shape and size. I know that it may seem at times, in these times, that there's a brick wall between us, that we cannot connect with each other. There's no way around it. There's no way to work through it, that it can only be done with great force and effort, that it's simply too hard, impossible to connect with each other. But actually, all it takes is a change in mental perspective, to look at it from the other side, to find that there are ways, that there is room for us to connect with each other and to reach the other side. Thank you for spending some time with me. My name is Alan Gittleson, and we can always be connected using mental wires. Good night.
And as a result, I'm constantly asking myself, what is the meaning? What am I doing here? Is this life I chose making any kind of an impact on anyone? Or anything? Or am I just calling into a void, hoping for some semblance of an echo? And then, let's say, for the sake of argument, that I finally hear this echo. Is that really what I want to hear? Would I be self-aware enough to know that it's only the sound of my own voice calling to me? That it's not the voice of others championing my thoughts, living my lessons, celebrating my ideas? It's deafening, this echo. The sound of my own thoughts makes my ears hurt.
I don't have ears.
Of course you have ears.
No, I don't have ears.
If you didn't have ears, you wouldn't be able to hear me. You can hear me, hence ears.
Fine. Then where are they?
They're on the side of your head.
I don't see them.
They're microscopic.
You're microscopic.
And that's exactly the problem. I'm microscopic in a macrocosm and macroscopic in a microcosm.
That was a hard thought.
Yeah, well, Kellogg, I've come to a point in my life where I think too many thoughts. Where I want too many things.
I know the feeling.
You do?
Sure. I once got stuck on a box that eventually wound up at IKEA. When I got there, I saw everything they had to offer. The Nordic foods, the primary colored particle board furniture, the boldly patterned bedding. That day, I believed that I could furnish an entire shelf with their compact Scandinavian designs.
They'd have to be awfully compact.
I wanted all of the things that day, Bargain. All of the things.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how did you stop? How did you stop the wanting?
I guess you could say I outgrew it.
Outgrew it? You can't outgrow want.
You'll see when you grow older.
So you're saying I'll just wake up one morning and I'll stop wanting things?
No. But you will wake up one morning and realize there's no room in your shelf for IKEA furniture.
Are you being metaphorical?
I don't know. Am I?
I can't tell anymore.
Good. That means I've done my job.
I don't want to get older. I don't want you to get older.
Me neither, but thankfully, snails live for a long time.
How long would you say that is?
Long enough for you not to worry about it so much.
But...
The meaning, I mean. You should stop worrying about it. You know, you remind me of someone I knew when I was your age.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Where are they now?
One of the greatest things in a young girl's life is having a teen idol. Mine was 80s rocker Rick Springfield. Sadly, that obsession died in the summer of 1998, and I vowed I would never attend another one of his concerts. The obsession began in 1981, the moment I heard this song. Da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. Jesse's Girl, from the hit album Working Class Dog, the song that would eventually earn him a Grammy. I remember racing to Sound Warehouse, buying the album on 45 vinyl, and wearing it out within the next month. Then I discovered he played Dr. Noah Drake on the hit soap opera General Hospital, of which I proceeded to record every episode on a new thing called the VCR. I bought every issue of Tiger Beat magazine. I saw every concert that came through Houston. I baked and ate a cake every August 23rd in honor of his birthday. My life was a shrine to this man. So cut to 1998. I am now working for a radio station in Houston that plays hits from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And so naturally, Rick was someone we played on our airwaves all the time. And everyone at the station knew about my obsession. So I'm sitting in my office one day, and the production engineer comes by, pops his head in, and says, "Hey, Rick Springfield's playing his first concert in years in Vegas in 2 months. You should check it out. And throws a magazine on my desk. I grabbed the magazine, read the article, made a few phone calls, and sure enough, he's playing the Sunset Station on Friday, June 12th, 1998. My next call was to my girlfriend Jen at our sister station, KZZP in Phoenix, another Rick-obsessed fan. I told her the news and I said, look, I've got plans around lunchtime on Saturday, but I don't have anything going on Friday. I say we fly for the night, go to Vegas, see his concert. Are you in? And she said, yes. So we each flew from our respective cities, met in Vegas to see our man in concert. It took place at this outdoor amphitheater, and our tickets were 5th row center. I had never sat this close for a Rick Springfield concert in my life. And still, I thought, the moment these lights come down, I am so rushing this stage, and God help who's ever in front of me. And that's exactly what I did. When the lights came up, Jen and I were right on the lip of the stage. When he came out, we could lean over and touch his ankle. So the concert starts, and for lack of a better word, I was just transported to another land, sang my head off. And about halfway through the concert, I thought to myself, he has to know how far I came for him for one night. And so I look into my backpack, and all I had was a scrap piece of paper and a green highlighter. And I scribbled the words, I came from Houston for you, and threw the sign over my head to get his attention. So he finished singing his song, and he started scanning the audience, and he saw my sign and stopped, looked at me and said, you came from Houston for this show? Mother of God, the man was speaking to me. I couldn't even say anything. I was so stunned. I just furiously nodded my head. And he smiled and he said, well, then this one's for you. And ladies and gentlemen, he proceeded to serenade me with Affair of the Heart from the Living in Oz album, and truly the greatest 3 minutes of my life to this day. So about 45 minutes later, the concert ends and everyone is filing out of the amphitheater except me and Jen. We are standing at the lip of the stage, frozen. Finally, I turned my head and I looked to her and I said, this just can't end. And she said, that it won't. Follow me. We're going backstage. Now, this is where type A Brooke kicked in, because I thought to myself, whoa, wait a minute. We don't have backstage tickets. How are we going to get backstage? We'd have to lie to the security guard. Oh my God, are we going to lie to the security guard? Oh my God, what if we do? What if we get back there? What if they find out? Oh my God, are they going to arrest us? Oh my God, we're going to jail. And as I'm having this mental tirade, Jen has successfully BS'd our way past the security guard, and we got backstage. His roadies are all walking around. Rick's band is to the right, putting away their instruments. And we turn our head to the left, and there's our man, standing outside of a trailer, drying himself off with a towel. And Jen looks at me and she goes, are you ready? And I said, yeah. She goes, okay, whatever you do, be cool. And I thought to myself, oh my God, I'm cool. I'm so cool. I am the queen of cool. And so we saunter up to Rick and she goes, hey Rick, my name is Jen from KZZP Radio in Phoenix. And this is, oh my God, Rick, my name is Brooke and I'm from KHMX in Houston and I've loved you ever since 1981. I have every single one of your albums, starting with the one in 1971 when you came from Australia. Blah, 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 blah. 20 straight seconds of verbal vomit. I mean, the only thing that stopped me is that I needed to take a breath. And Rick took that opportunity to interject and he said, wow, you've been a fan for a long time. And you were the one I serenaded, right? With the sign? Mother of God again. He is really interacting with me. And again, I couldn't speak. I just furiously nodded my head. And he said, well, would you like to get a picture? And so we did. And we got hugs. And I don't think I ever washed that blouse ever again. So cut to 2 months later, I'm sitting at my desk and phone rings. It's Jen. She says, are you sitting down? I said, yeah. She goes on to tell me that the station hosted a private concert with Rick the night before. And after all of the station guests had left, the employees were mingling with him. And so she went up to him and said, Hey Rick, my friend Brooke and I actually flew to Vegas and saw your show at the Sunset Station back in June. We actually made it backstage and met you there. And he stopped and he put his head down and he looked back at her and he said, "The girl from Houston with the sign?" He totally remembered me. And that is when I decided I would never attend another Rick Springfield concert again in my life. I mean, think about it. I flew to Vegas for a mere 12 hours, ended up on the front row, got serenaded by him, made my way backstage, talked to him, met him, got a picture. You know, next to marrying him, nothing is going to top that. I actually became Jesse's girl that night. And for me, that is the memory that will always live in my heart.
Hi there, my name is Janine Cooper Ayers. I'm a local singer-songwriter, and it is an honor to be part of 10 by 10 once again. Thank you, Jeff Barber, for this invitation, and City of Santa Clarita for supporting the arts the way that you do. One thing I really love about 10 by 10 are the storytellers. I love when they tell their stories and they're always different and unique and you never know what's going to happen. So I thought with that in mind, I would do some songs that I've written over the years that are more along the lines of storytelling type of songs. This first one tells the story of a girl whose brother or boyfriend decides they're going to take the law into their own hands. Now I hear you bought a gun and you're taking it to the street because he hurt your silly pride when he knocked you off your feet. You could have let it slide on by. Now you're gonna have to run and hide because you've taken it to the street and into your own hands. I hear you lost the shady bed and now you're swimming in the mud. You're buried 10 feet deep in debt. You know it might as well be blood. You could have let it float on by. Now you're gonna have to run and hide because you've taken it to the street and into your own hands. Just like a vigilante man, oh, you've taken it to the street and into your own hands. Guess you're a vigilante man. Oh, where are you gonna run? And where are you gonna hide? You think you're so tough with that gun. When are you gonna learn a real man doesn't need one? He doesn't need one. Oh, guess you're a vigilante man. Just a vigilante man. Mr. Vigilante man. You think you're so tough, Mr. Vigilante man. Oh yeah, Mr. Vigilante man. Once I was a knockout, yeah. The boys said I was a knockout, yeah. Now I'm 72 years old, living here in my mobile park home in Ohio. And once I looked like Marilyn Monroe. I was a platinum blonde with a graceful flow. Now I'm 72 years old, living here in my mobile park home in Ohio. And I was gonna move to LA. Then I got knocked up in the back of a Chevrolet. Now I'm 72 years old, living here in my mobile park home in Ohio. Oh, I'm 72 years old, living here in this mobile park home in Ohio. But I have a daughter and she loves me. She moved to California when she was 17. And I'm 72 years old, living here in my mobile park home in Ohio. Oh, I'm 72 years old, and I'm still here in Sandusky, Ohio. But I have a son, and he loves me. And I have 2 grandchildren that I never see. Oh, I'm 72 years old, living here in this mobile park home in Ohio. Oh, I'm 72 years old, and I'm still here in Sandusky, Ohio. Once I was a knockout, yeah. The boys, they said I was a knockout, yeah. I'm floating down to my first day. The sun is bright. Now I'm on my way to human thoughts and earthly scenes, like Friday nights and afternoon daydreams. I am an earthling now. I'll make it through somehow. I am an earthling child. Soon I'll be running wild, 'cause I am an earthling. Yes, I am an earthling now. I'm floating down to my first day. The sun is bright. Now I'm on my way. Barking dogs, I hear car alarms, and I feel new skin on my face and arms.
through somehow. Yes, I am an earthling child. Well, it's time I reconcile that I am an earthling. Yes, I am an earthling now. La da 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 da. Goodbye, Asterope. Goodbye, Myope. Goodbye, Tejite, my ear. Goodbye, Alcyone. I'm an earthling now. La da 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 da. And it's okay, and it's alright. I won't put up a fight, 'cause I'm an earthling. Goodbye, my Pleiades. Goodbye, my Pleiades. Goodbye, my Pleiades. I'm an earthling now.
My name is Stuart Jacobson. I'm a storyteller based in Los Angeles. The name of my story is Somewhere Over the Rainbow Cookie. Now, for as long as I can remember, I've been infatuated with sugar, sweets, candy, ice cream, cake, pastries, cookies, anything, with sucrose, dextrose, glucose, with an ose in it. And I was fortunate enough to grow up in a part of Queens that had a bakery called the Cake Box. And the Cake Box, their pièce de résistance, their superior product was something called a rainbow cookie. Now, if you don't know what a rainbow cookie is, it's basically it's a 7-layer cookie, with outside layers of chocolate. Then it's got alternating layers of raspberry jam and a frangipane and almond paste based marzipan type filling, layers of cake, and you dyed hopefully with food grade, safe food colorings. One layer is dyed green, the other layer is dyed red, and you have a yellow layer because of the eggs in it and butter in it. So you have the layers mimic the Italian flag. Now, I didn't know this at the time, because the Cake Box was basically a Jewish bakery. And I thought that the rainbow cookie was a Jewish cookie, but actually it's not. And that was devastating to learn, but that's really not, totally relevant here. Anyway, I took up baking in earnest. And actually at one point in my life, I ran a bakery. I was successful, and we made a lot of wonderful things: croissants, brownies, cakes, cookies. But the rainbow cookie was something that was too intimidating, something that I just couldn't go near. It was just beyond the pale, beyond the scope. It was it was double Mount Everest of cookies, and I just let it go. So now, many years later, I'm no longer in the bakery business. I have another career going. I'm in my doctor's office and waiting to be seen, and sitting in the waiting room. There's a food magazine. And in the food magazine, they have an article and a recipe for rainbow cookies. So I took a look at it and I said, you know what? I got to make these. I got to try these. It's been too long, and I have the skills and I have the confidence. I'm not doing it in a manner where it'll be judged or commercial sense or anything like that. So I took a photograph of the recipe, took it home, and worked in them for about a year, and I not only did I get it down pat, but I improved them. I added 4 more layers to it. So instead of it being a 7-layer rainbow cookie, I had an 11-layer rainbow cookie. Now these cookies were so spectacular, so successful, that when my son got married that year, he and his wife did not want a wedding cake. They wanted rainbow cookies. So I wound up making several thousand rainbow cookies because you can't eat just one. Now, I should also correct myself and say the rainbow cookie is as much a cake as a cookie. Of course, it's actually a composed bunch of baked layers, with the almonds and the chocolate and all these fillings, and so calling it a cookie is a misnomer, but let's just go with that. So now I'm feeling really really good about myself. I got this cookie down pat. I got all of a sudden I got more friends. I got more people want to come over. More people want to invite me over because they want the cookie. And cookie became almost inseparable from my own identity as a person, as an individual, as a husband, a father, a baker. Nobody wanted anything else that I could bake, even though I could bake other things quite well. So, once again, I'm just taking it to the bank emotionally and, not literally, obviously, but this reaffirmed my sense of myself, my sense of my identity. I just made me into a stronger, better, at least the person that felt better about myself. It reinforced everything good that I had come to and done to my life. That's what the rainbow cookie meant to me. Okay, so now it's about a year after I went to my doctor's office, and I'm going back to my annual checkup to my doctor's office, having done my blood work and every other piece of diagnostic work in advance. I'm sitting in the office just coming back to my moment my moment of inspiration, my moment that led me to the greatest triumph of my life. Okay. And I'm just feeling really good going to the doctor's office. They take my blood pressure, they take my pulse, they look at my weight, everything is great. And then then my doctor, she goes, looks at my numbers, my charts, and my charts of my blood work and everything, and she frowns, and she says to me, I don't like what I'm seeing. So I said, what do you mean? Look at me, I look great. She says, no, there's something called the A1C. And she said, and she explained to me what the A1C means. The A1C means is that it's sort of a signpost in the road saying to you that you're heading towards diabetes. It means if it's above a certain number, you're what they call pre-diabetic, and it's a warning to basically change your lifestyle, change your diet. Otherwise, you go into full-blown diabetes. And I said, well, what do I got to do? She said, well, you got to cut out sugar. You got to cut out carbohydrates, because your weight isn't an issue, and your other signs are not an issue. You just got to, basically restrict your diet. Now, you don't know what this meant to me, because I just, emboldened. These cookies just, they gave me everything, and now they're taking everything away from me. So I was deflated. I was depressed. I just, I didn't know what to do, I mean, this is not, what am I going to do with myself? This is not me anymore. And then I looked around, and I read, and I found a new food obsession. It's called the keto diet.
And now for something completely different.
Hi, this is Pat McCody from the band All a Blur. And my friend, Jeff Barber, Mr. Six, he asked me to jump in, do a 10 by 10, do a little retrospective of where I am, where I came from, and where I'm going. So I'm right here in the band All a Blur. We're going to take it back to Leviticus, and we're going to play some songs. And here we go. 2, 3, 4, riot squad, kick your ass, leave you to rot, hell rats. They don't listen to your say. It doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't matter anyway. Even they listen to you say, they'll just support your good food. Using your word as a net just hired by the state to make people think we are great. They come down when I'm in people puzzle rights. But the people who do really think should be protected by the members of the famous riot squad. They're leading the people to see. You're not there after you and me. Swear to God, that was the first song I ever wrote. And now we play it in SRA with my friend Droopy. Here we go, Drew. Let's do it. riot squad came with hate in their eyes. Took back down, beat them black and blue. Forget the riot squad, forget the boys in blue. Riot squad. Pretty good, Drew. Now listen.
For the members of the...
We've been doing this a long time. Drew used to play with my brother Johnny and Larry and Aaron. They were our brothers band, Leviticus and Irony. And we're going to do a little Irony blast right now. Let's start with that now. Fight! Here we go! Has to be a way to fight back. Anarchy and freedom, if that's what it takes. We all take some action right now. We all fight together in a crowd. Pretty good. That was one of the old songs. What other song you want to do?
Boom.
Those are the songs we're doing. The Irony songs, Leviticus songs, SRA. So anyway, after I went to school, moved away, did that whole thing, came back, and Lance was playing with Steve Hart and Mike Torres and the Horny Maggots. I came back to Ventura, and my brother and I joined that group. They had a bunch of songs already. Steal Your Life, you know, Strainer, Splinter, Budweiser. They had a lot of songs, but the first one I wrote for them was actually called Nada, and it was with RKP. It goes like this. 2, 3, 4, GG was not my mentor, but when I'm messed up on the floor, well, you know, he think it no. Reborn, so die. Gigi died, just die. Gigi died, just die. 2, 3, 4, not 8 years old anymore. Got to know what you are fighting for. Well, you have to keep your eyes on your back. No, that's not where I'm at. Oh yeah, I've met lots of people, met lots of people. That's all over now. I'm so much older now. I just want to feel, to talk, to think, to walk, just how I want to, yeah, how I want to, yeah, how I want to feel, to talk, to think, to walk, just how I want to. So let's flow, let's grow, try not to feel low, so low. 2, 3, 4. Let's float, let's grow, try not to feel low, so low. 2, 3, 4, I mess up some people, been messed by some people. That's all over now, I'm so much older now. I just want to feel, to talk, to think, to walk, just how I want to. How could hell be any worse? There's some Discharge, Cro-Mags, Game Changer, right? 2 of the Dead Kennedys, Social D. I could have been on the front cover of that one. SOD, Dr. No, Murphy's Law, RKL, Love 'Em. Little compilation which made me think of this compilation. You know, Fred Hammer put this out, Localism, and Nada, me, Ray, and Scott did this thing. It was a big deal at the time. Went on vinyl. Never knew that was going to happen. So thank you, Fred. That was a great time. First pressing of the Sex Pistols Stepping Stone. Not bad. So this was a little experimental for us. So Dave Amber came down to the studio. Destruction. So it was a blast doing this. Nada, around 96, Self-Destruction. I knew Sid, I knew Nancy, I knew everybody in that scene. I grew up here in Ventura, I knew homie in Sepultura. Sex and violence, such a young age, full of anger, so full of rage. She got killed, he OD'd, what a stupid, totally pointless scene. On your radio, I'm a Dario, just another violent scenario. Line 'em up, yeah, knock 'em down, yeah, let's all have another round, yeah. On your radio, I'm a Dario, just another violent scenario. Line 'em up, yeah, knock 'em down, yeah. One bullet, watch 'em all hit the ground. Broken heart, broken home, broken family left tattered and alone. Hurt people, master pain with a spoon and a needle. Isolation, desperation, hypocrisy seen all across the nation. Hard times, hate crimes, big and blood, you're gonna lose your mind. On your radio, I'm a Dario, just another violent scenario. Line 'em up, yeah, knock 'em down, yeah, let's all have another round, yeah. On your radio, I'm a Dario, just another violent scenario. Line 'em up, yeah, knock 'em down, yeah. One bullet, watch 'em all hit the ground.